It is His general mercy. It is His universal mercy. It is His infinite mercy. It has nothing to do with His love. His love is specific for creation. Understand all these foundational discussions before we get into anything which is far more concrete and easier for you to understand as well. But you must understand this, because remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remember one more thing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love is not merely one of His actions. For us, love is doing something. I love you. I'm doing something. I'm feeling something. Right? I'm expressing something. Right? Or it's compelling me to respond to you in a different way because of love. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love is one of His own very divine names and His qualities. Allah's love is actually one of His divine names and one of His divine qualities. And there are quite a few, so many, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's loving qualities are gentle, al-latif. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's qualities of love are the kind, al-ra'uf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-kareem, the generous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-halim, the forbearing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is absolutely reliable, al-wakil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the friend, al-wali. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-bar. Allah is the good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the forgiving. I'm too fast? Too fast? Okay, sorry. Allah is al-latif, the gentle. Alright? Allah is al-latif, the gentle, the tender one. Allahu latifun bi'ibadi. Right? Allah is very gentle towards His servant. This is a one different manifestation of love. Right? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ar-ra'uf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind. Allah is soft towards you. Allah is relenting towards you. I'll show you how. And purely as a human example, but don't attribute it in terms of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's qualities. Right? A mother is gentle with the baby. She'll pick up the baby slowly. Not like you would pick up something else. Pick up the baby slowly. She'll be very soft. She'll be caressing. She won't cause any harm, or she'll do things very gently. It's very gently. Right? The kindness of the mother is a different quality. The kindness of the mother is a different quality. It's the kindness of the mother that the mother will go an extra mile. It's the kindness of the mother that the mother will relent even when the child is being stubborn, even when the child is being wrong. The mother will say, the child is keep quiet, never mind. So the mother will be, you understand? So each one is a different manifestation of a different state of mind and a different motivation for a certain action. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-latif, al-ra'uf. The Prophet, al-ra'uf is mentioned about 10 times in the Holy Quran, the kind one, right? The only other human being who has been given, or only other prophet that has been given this peculiar quality to him is none other than the Holy Prophet ﷺ. No other Nabi was given the quality of being a ra'uf. Quran says, لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ عَزِيزٌ عَلَيْهِ مَا عَنِتُّمْ حَرِيصٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَءُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. Towards the believers, He is extremely merciful and extremely kind and extremely merciful. Ra'ufun Rahim. See? Now, that is over and above the rahmah of the Prophet. This is a nice way to explain it. The Prophet ﷺ stated, he said, Hayati khayrul lakum wa mamati khayrul lakum. He said, my being on earth is beneficial to you and good for you, and my being in earth is also beneficial to you. Right? Tuhaddithuna wa nuhaddithu lakum. This is a Sahih Hadith of Sahih Ibn Hibban. He said, matters are brought by you, right? You know that you come, you present the matter. Yeah, so what do we do about this matter? What do we do about in case of this matter? Wa nuhaddithu lakum. And matters are presented to you. The Prophet said, look, this is not prohibited, or this is prohibited. This is what you need to do. This is how you should be behaving, right? Right? Then the Prophet ﷺ stated, he said, but after my physical demise, he said, تُعْرَضُ إِلَيَّ أَعْمَالُكُمْ. He says, after my physical demise on planet Earth, your deeds, every single one of you, your deeds are presented to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. تُعْرَضُ إِلَيَّ أَعْمَالُكُمْ فَإِذَا رَأَيْتُ مِنْ خَيْرٍ حَمِدْتُ اللَّهَ. He said, if I see any good in it, right, then I praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Harisun alaykum. The Prophet ﷺ is anxious for you. He's concerned for you. He's worried about you. And this is part of his being rahmatul lil alameen. He doesn't want to see his ummah fall into punishment. He doesn't want to see them incur the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He doesn't want to see them sin. That's how merciful. He doesn't want to see them sin. He prays for them not to sin. You may be inclined towards sin. The Prophet ﷺ is preoccupied with praying that you don't sin. He does something for you that you don't do for yourself. Do you know that? Harisun alaykum. Right? Anittum. It pains him. Anittum. Right? What Azizun alayhi ma anittum. It causes him pain. Right? And it makes him very anxious. Right? If something has to befall you, if the wrath of Allah befalls you, if you fall into sin, if you fall into guna, if you fall into anything that is wrong, it causes him anxiety. He becomes worried. فَإِذَا رَأَيْتُ مِنْ خَيْرٍ حَمِدْتُ اللَّهَ فَإِذَا رَأَيْتُ مِنْ شَرٍّ اسْتَغْفَرْتُ اللَّهَ لَهُ. He said, when I see evil from my ummah, when I see my ummati, every single ummati of mine doing evil or doing wrong, then I seek forgiveness on his behalf. There are times when you may not seek forgiveness for your own deeds on a daily basis. According to the narration of Sa'id bin Musayyab, Abdullah bin Mubarak, Tabi'i Sa'id bin Musayyab said, he says, your deeds are presented to the Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala twice a day, morning and evening. Morning and evening, the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is presented with every single person's deeds. So and so, son of so and so. And this is what he's doing every single day. Right? But that is because of his mercy. And thereafter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَبِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَؤُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. He says his mercy is manifest for everybody, that he prays for their forgiveness and he praises Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if they've done good. Right? But then he says no. But he has a special place for the believers. To them, he is Ra'uf and Rahim. So the first aspect was his universal mercy, and the second one was his special love for those people who are devoted to him. So the simple answer is, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has two categories of ummatis. Right? Those who are devoted to him, and the other category of those that he is devoted to, saving. Meaning, there are some that they are devoted to him. They are his. And the others, and the vast majority of them, he is devoted to saving them. That is rahmah. That is rahmah. And the ones that are devoted to him, he is absolutely kind. He's absolutely loving. He's absolutely compassionate towards them. To a point wherein he gets worried. He gets worried if anything happens to them. You understand? So understand this distinction here, okay? Then we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-Kareem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the generous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Wahhab. Allah is the one who bestows. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Kareem as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you more than what you are worthy of. And this is very, very important. You know, there's a dua. Ya Allah, do unto me as is worthy of thee. Do not do unto me as is worthy of me. Really? Really? Do you think for the type of sin that you and I commit in a day, or for that matter in a week, if we were to be held accountable for those things, and if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala were to take it, to its, literally, how we call it, forensic audit of our deeds, what would happen to us? Would any of humanity survive? And this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's generosity, that in spite of the fact that you sin, in spite of the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that you are sinning, and you're completely disobeying him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's generosity being al-Kareem, he says, still, I am your most generous one. Ya ayyuhal insan, ma gharraka bi rabbika kareem. He says, oh my insan, oh human being, what has made you turn away from your Lord? Bi rabbika kareem, the most generous Lord. Alladhi khalaqak فَسَوَّاكَ فَعَدَلَكَ فِي أَيِّ سُورَةٍ مَا شَاءَ رَكَّبَكَ. You know what's the beauty part? Here are you and I, disobeying Allah, right? Doing all the wrong, breaking every law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Instead of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being upset with you and punishing you, Allah is asking you, oh my banda, why you turn your face away from me? What made you disobey me? What made you not listen to what I am asking you to do? What? He didn't look at you and say, go to hell. He didn't tell you go to hell. He told you, what's wrong? Do you know in salah, when you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Allah is speaking to you. Do you know that? At the point when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when the person's attention, Sahih al-Bukhari, when the person's attention starts to sway away in salah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts to speak to you and you don't hear him. He said, what's more attractive to you, my banda, than me? What's diverted your attention? I'm paraphrasing. What's diverted your attention away from me that you're paying attention somewhere else? What's more interesting to you that you turn your attention towards other than me in salah? Until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your salah is taken and thrown on your face. Go away from me. Allah doesn't need salah. I mean, come on, let's be, as human beings, if you were engaging in a one-on-one conversation with somebody, and that person was like, nowadays, like people have attention deficit syndrome, right? And people are, yeah, you're talking, and he said, yeah, and yeah, some people zone out. Or some people like just make it, yeah, I'm not even listening to you. Or ignore you. Would you like it? Work out the number of times you did that to God in salah. You did in Maghrib. You have no idea. You started Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, all of a sudden you ended up there. You know what, I need to buy a pizza on Saturday. I think I won't do cooking. You have no idea where you ended up. Do you know that? And how many of you rectified? Really, how many of you rectified? Do you know how quickly you don't even realize that you diverted your attention, you took such a detour, it's like unbelievable. Do you know that? And what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do? The generous one. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and woe to those worship who are neglectful of their salah, not neglectful in their salah. Or not heedless in their salah. The word heedless. Not heedless in their salah. Otherwise, every one of us will be what? Gone. Khalas. That is Allah, it's Al-Kareem. Ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Al-Halim, the forbearing. I mean, use Maulana's word. How much of kak can you take? The forbearing. The forbearing. You know what the biggest joke is? Man goes out there and he openly, blatantly, shamelessly defies Allah. Defies Allah. And then you stand there. Right. That's you and me now. Openly, blatantly, right? And absolutely wantonly defies Allah. And then he finds himself in a situation, hey, God, just solve my problem there. It's my right, I'm a human being. Is not our attitude like that with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Wallahi, is not our attitude like that. I don't mean in that tone of voice, but as if we have a sense of entitlement with Allah. When last you felt ashamed to ask Allah for something? Have any of you felt shame in asking Allah for something? No, I want you to very carefully think about something here. You just pick up your hand. Allah says, Yalla, you know what, Yalla, give my child a very good partner in life, inshallah ta'ala, Yalla, give him a new BMW, Yalla, I need another Louis Vuitton bag, Yalla, Yalla, you know what, make my Rosie more barakat, inshallah, so I can come to Dubai more often, Yalla, stupid example. Point I'm putting across. Did you ever once consider for 30 seconds whether you are worthy in terms of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His favors, for His blessings, for His bestowal, for something that you are not worthy of? You and I set a benchmark and a yardstick for our children. If you misbehave, right, or if you're out of line, or whatever it is out there, you must earn what you have. If your child comes up to you and tells you, you know what, Mom, I want this in here, right now and done. What are your chances? Hey, what's your buzz? Who are you demanding from? Who are you to lay down rules? Would we not do that as parents? And us? And asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah is Al-Halim, far more forbearing. I haven't seen a mother yet. Right? They have a certain threshold. Let your child demand something for you with a sense of entitlement. I don't think any mother or father has gone beyond 3. 3 demands of entitlement. I want this now, I want it. No, hey, shut up. Keep quiet. What do you carry on for? What do you think? You're doing me a favor. What do you think? Don't the mother say all that thing? You think what, we're working and I just want just to provide you for things that you need? You'll hear what? Lamba chola ten the lantana baba. And Allah, your forbearance with your own is such that if they demand from you something, that you can still give them, but merely by them demanding in a certain manner, you'll reject it. How forbearing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you openly, blatantly, wantonly disobey Him and stand there without any shame whatsoever, not even considering all the nonsense that you done, and you stand there, Ya Allah, give me this, Allah, Allah, give me this. Did you understand that? Please, don't feel shy to ask Allah, but at the very least, have a degree of shame before Allah. Ya Allah, I am not worthy of receiving this bounty of yours, Ya Allah. I know I am a sinner, Ya Allah. I know I've wronged you, Ya Allah. I know I've blatantly disobeyed you, Ya Allah. But you are the merciful one. You are the most forbearing one. You are Kareem. You are Rahim. And you know the best part is? Allah said, take. What does that come out of? His rahmah, it has its origins in His rahmah. But that's a manifestation of His love. Of being Al-Kareem, of being Al-Halim, of being Al-Latif, being gentle with His servant. No. He's a servant of mine, man. But he's not even a speck. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is absolutely reliable, Al-Wakil. You know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when those people who are conscious, Allah conscious, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, whosoever adopts Allah consciousness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides for him sustenance from places wherein he couldn't have imagined. It's the symptoms or the side effects of al-taqwa. Allah provides for you rizq from places wherein you couldn't have imagined. And sometimes you must ask yourself this question here, hold on a minute. You know when you see things that come like, nothing that comes, what they call this thing? Not short form, what they call this thing? Windfall. Windfall, right? As a windfall, where this thing came from. You may not realize it that time there, but it may have been the result of your Allah consciousness. Do you know that? You were not worthy of it. Allah just gave you bonus, go. Because you are Allah conscious, bonus, lele, take it. Take it. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whosoever places his trust in Allah, Allah is sufficient for him. Allah is Al-Wakil, the most reliable. Show me one person in the universe that you can totally rely on 100%. The one that is closest to you may possibly be your spouse. Just do an index. You know, this not index, like, you know, like on a scale of 1 to 10. How much would you rely on your husband or your wife? If anyone gives me a 10 answer, his wife or his other or his wife or her husband must have told her, say 10. You know the story, yeah? You know the story? There's two groups of people there, all of them going to hell, and one group. Yeah? Exactly. You know the story about the two groups of people going to hell or heaven, huh? Yeah. All of them going to hell. Why? Why? All going to heaven, right? Why? Bad wives. One fellow is saying they'll go to. He said, "Why are you saying that? My wife told me to say." Or vice versa. Right? You understand? But really, that's what it is. Okay. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Wakil, the one that you rely on the most. Really, you have no idea how much you rely on Allah. Do you know that? Right now, are you consciously concerned about how your kidney is functioning? You're just trusting in Allah and relying on Him, that He in His infinite wisdom with His divine design has got this thing working, sorting your life out. And your reliance comes to the fore and comes to fruition when you pass water. Did you understand that? Did you ever contemplate that? That's my point. How much you consciously relied on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take a deep breath, everybody. I want you all to come to realize your relationship with Allah. Take a deep breath and keep it in. How long are you going to hold it? You can consciously hold it for a period of time. After that, what's going to happen? Your body's autonomous system will come into play. Allah's mercy will come into play, and you can trust that will come into play. Is there any way for you to switch it off? Is there any way for you to switch it off? I am not, some girls do that, I know that. I am not going to pass stools today. Finished. It's all over. plugged in. Astaghfirullah. Can you do it? Not in your control. Not in your control. Excuse me, ladies, don't you know that? It's a major problem, am I right, Doc? Of some girls, they have major problems with the stomach. They don't have stools for about 5, 6, 7 days. Really, it's a major issue, especially amongst young girls, by the way. Who are in matric and so on there, it becomes a psychological thing for them and whatever it is there. So just remember that if you see kids having this problem, then take them to the doctor, they do something, then they just try and solve the issue, but that's not the story altogether. Really? Really? Did you ever consider how much you are relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy for functioning of every atom of your body? And you're not consciously aware of the fact that, thank Allah, my digestion worked. Thank Allah that I have billions of bacteria inside there, sorting my digestive system out and everything inside there. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I don't have to worry about the circulation of the blood in my body and the oxygen saturation in my body. Thank Allah subhanahu. And what is it for? Because you have absolute reliance in Him as a creator, that He has sorted all of this out there. All I need to do is live. Am I right? But my point being that you need to start becoming conscious of this. Wallah, you need to start becoming conscious of this. That's why the Prophet of Allah used to make it, Allahumma ahyana, Allahumma alhamdulillah ahyana ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. Right? All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave us life after death. If you didn't get up in the morning, what are you going to do? You think you're going to come back there and get a chance to say goodbye to your kids? It's all over. Allah is al-Wakil. Allah is al-Wali, the friend. Allah is al-Wali. Allahu waliyul ladina amanu. Allah is the friend of those who believe. There are two categories of friendship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One is the wilayat of Iman, which is the basic general category. And the second is the wilayat of al-Ihsan. Right? The wilayat of Iman is for the general category of people who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amantu billah. Right? And the